Hola Spain lovers, hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video. I'm in central Madrid in the Ibiza neighborhood, or Ibiza neighborhood if you like. It's a very, very busy area. People walking up and down the streets, cars and trucks flying by. I'm hungry. It's just after 12 noon and I'm going to go into the restaurant that I have behind me here, sit down and have something different for a change, which is brunch. Not a menu of the day, not breakfast, brunch. So without further ado, let's go inside, sit down and get stuck into the meal, shall we? Vamos! So let's take a look at the menu. We've got breakfasts, we've got brunch, we've also got cinnamon rolls. At this place, La Rollerie. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. Let's open up and see exactly what we've got. Breakfasts, plenty of things to choose from, available until 12:30 p.m. and all of the breakfasts come accompanied with coffee, tea or a glass of milk if you want that as well. And there's a huge range to choose from. Extras as well. We've got down the bottom here, as you can see, if it's a little bit spicy, vegetarians, vegan dishes, new dishes, and also the star dishes here at this restaurant. We've also got some nuestros benedictines, which I imagine are eggs Benedict. I imagine that's what those are, and when we've got 6 choices there also. Not all that expensive, I don't think, considering where I am in the center of Madrid. We've got Madrid's biggest park just down the road there. Very busy area, a noisy area as well. And we've got brunches until 4 p.m. We've got an Iberian brunch, a New York brunch, a healthy brunch, Nordic brunch, and a partage for 2 people, which I imagine means to share. And yeah, I've gone for the Iberian, because we're in Spain, right? The Iberian brunch, 21 euros and 90 cents, comes with fried eggs on top of some fried potatoes. We've got Iberian ham, we've got some rustic bread, we've got some tomato, extra virgin olive oil, and we also have for dessert, or something to follow, we have a traditional torrija, which is like French bread. And yeah, and that also comes with the juice, orange juice, coffee, tea, or a glass of milk. Cinnamon rolls, and also on the back here we've got the different drinks. We've got smoothies, juices, hot drinks, milkshakes, lemonade, also some coffee and tea choices as well. So a very extensive menu. And sitting outside here in this garden experience, and there's not a huge amount of places in Madrid that can offer this type of setup. Sitting outside here in a patio type area, traffic's going by, lots of people walking by, but here it's quite secluded, and there's only 1, 2, 3, myself, 4 tables, inside quite busy, but outside here it's quite relaxed. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, brunch is something that I don't normally do. I was walking past, saw that it was an option, so I said, well, I'm going to go in, sit down and try a brunch meal experience. One of the first times I think that I've done it here in Spain. I might have done it in Australia, I can't remember, but here in Spain I don't think I have done many brunch experiences, if I've done one at all. Hola. Zumo. Gracias. Piso. Muchas gracias. Y el café con leche, ¿verdad? Sí. Muy bien, muchas gracias. So the juice and the coffee have arrived. A huge glass of juice, I will say, and included in the price, which is good, which is what you would expect for a brunch, right? Now I'm curious to see what the reviews of this place are like. 4.2, quite good, considering that there are 3,062, I'll say it again, reviews for this place, average 4.2. Let's see what people are saying. Let's have a look at some of the more recent reviews or comments. One here from Freya, I think this is. ambulance screaming by. I will need to update this review with photos. We come here a lot and the service is always excellent. The food options are really varied and great, from delicious brunch to solid menu and dinners. They also have a really nice and big terrace, which is very enjoyable. Top rating from me, and that's where I'm sitting at the moment, on this magnificent terrace outside here. What else we got? Another one here. I think it might be related to that first person, I'm not sure.
Oh, permiso.
Sí, sí. Muy bien. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Wow. And one finally here from Fraser. We had an amazing breakfast here, lovely setting, friendly staff, and amazing food. And he gave 5 for everything there, did Fraser, with some photos. So, yeah, the food's on the table. Let's get stuck into it. So, what have we got on the plate here? Well, as you can see, we've got plenty of Iberian ham. We've got 2 eggs, 2 fried eggs, which are sitting on top of some potatoes. I'm not sure if you can see that there. I'll just turn the plate around so that you can see that. And these are the patatas panaderas, very popular here in Spain. Fried potatoes, slow fried potatoes with some garlic, some other herbs in there as well. We've got some chives on the eggs. The eggs look as though they are perfectly cooked, and an abundance of this Iberian ham. And this tomato thing here, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it looks like some type of gazpacho, but I don't think it is. It's just some type of emulsion. I think a tomato emulsion, if I remember correctly. And I've asked for the dessert. I'll get to that later. I'll just put it over there. I asked for everything to come out so that I could record without too many interruptions. And the coffee, again, looks decent. A fairly decent sized coffee. And the juice, that is fresh. That's recently squeezed orange juice. And if you had that in a bar or restaurant here in Spain, or in Madrid at least, you'd be paying anywhere from €3, 50 cents, even more, for a glass of juice that big. Some of the other breakfast places that I've been to in recent times, they give you a glass like that of orange juice and they charge you €2.50. But that glass there, absolutely huge. Now, how am I going to deal with this? I don't know. I've got 2 pieces of bread over here as well, which have been toasted. I think the idea, and what I'm going to do, is I'm going to layer this up. So firstly, if I've got a spoon, I don't have a spoon, I don't think, for the tomato. So I'm going to use my coffee spoon because I don't have sugar. And I'm going to put some of this on top here. Now, I think there's supposed to be olive oil. I can't see where the olive oil is, so I'm going to have to get up and get it myself. So back in a moment. All right, so the wait staff not really onto that, I don't think. So what I'm going to do here with this extra virgin olive oil, Arbequina is the type of oil. Don't ask me what that is, but it's a type of olive, I think. I'm going to drizzle some of that on the bread because there's plenty of it. I'm going to put some of this tomato on the top. There we go. I'm going to rub this in like so. And I'm going to put some of this wonderful Spanish ham on the top. 2 slices. And I'm going to see what this is like. Now this is a typical Spanish breakfast. Ham on top of a piece of bread with some tomato and that olive oil as well. Let's see. That's good. That's good bread. Disculpa, ¿me traes una cuchara para esto? I haven't got a spoon for my dessert either, so I've just asked for one. And this is good quality ham. So we've got good quality ham, good quality bread. My friends are here joining me today for my brunch. 2 little friends hopping around on the table. Where was I? Good quality bread, Good quality ham. This tomato mixture is also quite good. The olive oil, the extra virgin olive oil on the bread, toasted bread. Wow. And they haven't held back on the ham, which is good. But then again, you are paying 21 euros and 90 cents for this meal experience today. I'll let you guys judge. Is it a good price for what I'm eating? Let me know in that comment section. You think it's too expensive? Again, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I'm not going to complain because I think for what I've got and the place that I'm sitting at here today, I'm having a good meal experience. I don't mind paying that. My friends also here as well, my two little birdie friends, waiting for some crumbs. What do you want? So far this is a pleasant meal experience. And the juice is top notch. No complaints whatsoever. Now, let's try the coffee. This is going to be key to my breakfast experience or my brunch experience today. It's a decent cup of coffee too. So far, so good. Now I'm going to just move this over here. I'm going to dig into these eggs if I can. I'll put that over here so that you can see the egg when I dip the bread into it. It's perfectly cooked. Oh yeah. The way the yolk runs, just the way I like my eggs cooked. They're nice. Now I'm curious to see these potatoes, these fried potatoes that I have underneath. Try them with the egg. I suppose that I could mix the ham in there as well. I think that's the idea. But yeah, that's a good combination. And it is true that more and more places in cities like Madrid are offering brunch. Not where I live. You can only get it at weekends. But when you come to the center of Madrid or other big cities here in Spain, brunch is now a fairly standard meal. Muchas gracias. Because lots of tourists coming through. The locals also might be getting up late. They don't want to do breakfast. They don't want to do lunch. Something in the middle. And lots of places are now catering for this brunch experience. And I would definitely come back to this place based on my experience today. It's not over yet, of course, but so far, it's been a good experience. Food's good, service is good, nice atmosphere sitting outside here. On a hot day, maybe not, but come here of an early evening, or a Spanish evening that is, around 8, 8:30, or early in the morning. I think this place opens at 10, so around 10, 10:30 in the morning, sit down outside and enjoy everything that Madrid has to offer. Now I'm going to mix some of this ham in here with the eggs and the potatoes. Get everything onto the fork if I can. Let's see what these flavors are like. So the combination of the ham, the eggs, the potatoes, lovely. The coffee, as I said, decent cup of coffee, which is important. You don't want to be coming to a place like this and getting a bad cup of coffee, which unfortunately happens far too often still in Spain. But this is good. And that bird's getting even closer. Every time I look around, it's getting even closer. It wants that bread. And it's very audacious. Sorry, little man, you have to wait until I leave. I'm not going to feed you anything. There's no sign saying don't feed the birds, so I imagine that lots of people do, or they pick up the crumbs when people leave. All right, last mouthful. Get all of this ham, all of the egg, all of the potatoes on the fork. And that's me. Finished. So, what do I do now? Finish the coffee, finish the juice, and I'll get stuck into the final thing today, which is this torrija, or Spanish-style French bread. Stay tuned. Time for the final part of the meal, and this is the torrija, which is a Spanish classic. Is it a take on French bread? I think so, but the Spanish like to think that they do it differently, with some different ingredients, some cinnamon in there as well, some sugar on top, some other smells coming off this, not exactly sure what they are. Let's see if the flavors are strong coming through. So those are the main flavors. Cinnamon, sugar, some type of syrup dripped over it as well. Not sure exactly what it is. Bit of cream as well. The cream's for decoration. I don't think you need it. I personally am not going to be eating it all. Just a little bit here and there. And again, is it the best torrija that I've ever had? No. Is it the worst? Absolutely not. It's exactly what you would expect, and the perfect way, as always, to finish the meal with something sweet. So, I'm almost done. A couple more mouthfuls, and it has been quite a big meal. Enough for me. I don't think I'll be eating anything else until later this evening, but the highlight of the meal, which I'll speak about in a minute when I give my final thoughts, definitely the first thing that I ate, that ham, the eggs, the potatoes, and this is good, but it's not the standout of the meal today. So that is my dessert done and dusted. Time to ask for the bill, pay the bill, and give you my final thoughts on the meal experience today. Stay tuned.
Serían 21.9.
Venga, con tarjeta.
¿Desea copia?
See, the bill's arrived, the bill has been paid. You saw the price before, €21.90. You can see it there. If you don't believe me, that's what was on the menu, that's what I paid. So fairly stock standard. And I'm going to say that my brunch Iberico, my Iberian brunch, was pretty good. No complaints whatsoever at this place here, La Rolleria, I think is how you pronounce it. Aquí empieza lo bueno. Here is where the good things start. So, the food, the juice. We'll begin with the juice. Great, no complaints whatsoever. It was a big glass of freshly squeezed orange juice, and yeah, I wasn't really expecting it, or at least a glass that big. So absolutely fantastic. The coffee was a decent cup of coffee, which is important here in Spain, to find a place that doesn't use this torrefacto rubbish. Good cup of coffee, no complaints whatsoever. Now, time for the good part. The food. You saw it on the plate. We had 2 eggs, we had potatoes, we had plenty of ham, we had that tomato thingamajig as well. 2 slices of bread. No complaints whatsoever about the quality. The size, was it €21.90 worth? I think in this part of Madrid, yes, it is worth every cent. The extra virgin olive oil, I had to go and get it myself because it wasn't on the table. No complaints about that. And the service in this place, again, I'm not complaining. The dessert, that torrija that I had, was good. As I said, not the best that I've ever had, not the worst either. So I'm going to give this place a solid 4.2, similar to the reviews or the average reviews on Google, 4.2 out of 5, 8.4 out of 10, because everything was as I expected it. And sitting outside in a terrace situation or an outdoor seating area in this part of Madrid, of course you're paying for it. And we're just down the road from some of the major landmarks in this city, so that's what you're paying for here. If you went outside of this area into one of the neighborhoods, you'd probably pay 15, maybe 16 euros for the same thing. But in this part of Madrid, close to 22 euros, no complaints, because just down the road, it would most likely be even more expensive. So in general, as I said, 4.2 out of 5 for the experience today. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Whether you think it was good value for money or not. Is it something that you would enjoy, or would you have ordered something else on the menu? Because the menu is also fairly extensive, lots of things to choose from. And a good thing about this is that they're serving these meals until a decent time of the day. Breakfast was up until 12:30, just after noon, 12:30 midday. The brunches were until 4:30, and then the other things up until 8:30 in the evening. So they're serving food all day, which is good to see. Negative thing about this place is it's noisy. There's a hospital just up the road, and there's ambulances going up and down constantly with their sirens on. But apart from that, it's a very pleasant dining experience or meal experience at this place here. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, hasta luego and buen provecho from Central Madrid. Bye-bye.